Whose house is this? Come on in and find a clue about who's who. Look closely at an animal's house. It can be a huge cave or a tiny leaf. An animal's house can be a soft nest or a hard shell. It can stretch across a dusty corner of your house. A lot of animals use their houses to stay safe from hungry predators. A house can offer shade from the sun. It can be a place for storing food or taking a long winter nap. Animals' houses don't all look alike because they don't all work alike. Can you tell whose house is whose? Look in the back for more fun facts about houses. Whose house is this, dangling on a tree? This is a red-eyed tree frog's leaf. During the day, this frog may sleep under a leaf of a rainforest tree. The cool shade keeps the frog's skin moist. At night, the tiny frog leaps from leaf to leaf, searching for insects to eat. Fun fact: a red-eyed tree frog has suction cups on the tips of its toes. That's why it can climb on skinny leaves and branches without falling off. Whose house is this, stretching from wall to wall? This is a black widow spider's web. Its house works like a trap. When a beetle wanders into the spider's web, it gets tangled up. The beetle becomes the spider's supper. Not so fun fact. Watch out! A black widow spider might bite people when she is guarding eggs in her web. Whose house is this, sliding so slowly on a garden path? This is a snail's shell. A snail carries its house on its back. When the snail gets scared, it pulls its soft body inside the hard shell. Hungry animals will find something easier to munch for lunch. Fun fact: land snails have to keep moist. If the weather gets too dry, the snail seals itself inside its shell. It makes a door out of dried slime. Whose house is this, so soft and cozy? This is an Arctic hare's nest. The Arctic ground is hard. An Arctic hare can't dig a burrow the way some other rabbits do. In spring, the mother makes a cozy nest from grass and her own fur instead. Fun fact: in winter, the Arctic hare is white. It blends in with the snowy ground. In spring, the hare turns color to blend in with its nest. Whose house is this, poking out of a rushing river? This is a beaver's lodge. A beaver family lives here. The busy beavers built the lodge out of sticks and mud. The entrances to the lodge are underwater. That keeps hungry predators from coming in. Fun fact: a beaver family often builds a dam in front of the lodge. The dam blocks the river. The dam keeps the water around the lodge high enough to cover the entrances. Whose house is this, high up in a backyard tree? This is a nuthatch's nest. A nuthatch builds its nest in a roomy hole inside a tree. The bird smears crushed insects around the opening. The insect bodies change the smell of the nest. Predators won't know there are eggs inside. Fun fact. When a nuthatch visits a bird feeder, it takes some extra seeds. It stores the seeds inside cracks in its tree. Whose house is this? So dark and spooky. This is a bat's cave. In winter, a big group of bats hibernates in a cave. The bats sleep hanging upside down from the cave's ceiling. They huddle together to stay warm. Fun fact. When it isn't hibernating, a bat stays in its house only during the day. It leaves at night to hunt. Whose house is this in the middle of the block? This is your house. Like a bat, you sleep in your house. You live with your family, just like a beaver. Your house keeps you as cozy as an Arctic hare and as safe as a snail. What else does your house do? Fun fact. Most likely, your house is also home to many other kinds of creatures. Do you have pets? Bugs? Mice? Who else lives in your house?